Hey everyone, so I went out to the bookstore the other day, and the guy there was like, "Hey, aren't you that Joel guy from Joel's Library?" I said, "Yes, I get that a lot," and he's like, hated your Hunger Games review. You should kill." Then I ran into someone else. It was actually J.D. Salinger himself, and he was like, "Hey man, really love your videos, but can you please change up the background? I've been looking at the same books for like a year." So I did that, and now we are back. It has been a few weeks since I've recorded. My Dogman video was actually pre-recorded because I had to go out of town for a bit. There's just a lot going on in my life right now, but of course one thing that will always be consistent no matter where I'm at is that I keep spending money on books because I have an addiction, but it's okay because literacy is good for your brain. So today I'll be going over everything I have gotten since my last update, which was the collection video. I'm going to briefly touch on stuff I've already talked about. Buffalo Hunter x Hunter, made a full review for this one. I really enjoyed it. Wouldn't call it my favorite Stephen Graham Jones book, but definitely a really solid historical vampire story. Also, Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. This was the first full novel I read from him, and it was pretty solid as far as horror debuts go. You know, I wasn't in love with it. I do think it was a bit derivative in places, but there were definitely some really interesting elements here, and I am for sure excited to read more of his stuff. He has a really big book coming out around Halloween. That sounds really cool, so it might be something I jump into. We'll have to see. I hear really good things about his book Nosferatu, so that'll probably be what I do next. We got volume 10 and volume 12 of Dondadon here. If you remember, I forgot about volume 10 and skipped it and just got 11. So I picked up 10 and we have the new one here. Really love this series. I did catch up recently. Our manga podcast actually released like a full episode on Dondadon. Link in the description if you're interested in that. But yeah, very good, very excited for the next season of the anime. Volume 18 of Chainsaw Man. Really love this series. Not much else to say about it, though I'm also excited for that movie to finally come out. Definitely some good book outlet deals I came across recently. Here we have Mark Lawrence, The Book That Wouldn't Burn. Mark Lawrence is an author that has been recommended to me many times, and he has a lot of different series that a lot of people say are really good, so I'm not really sure where to start, but I did see this available for a low price. This is the first book in, I believe, his latest series, which recently wrapped up with its third book. Don't know a ton about it. I know it's about like some type of magical library, which sounds really cool. I don't know if this will be the first Mark Lawrence book I read. You guys will have to let me know how I should proceed, but yeah, excited to own this. Also was able to get a really good deal on the Silo series. So this is a sci-fi series. It consists of Wool, Shift, and Dust. Show off the covers here. Now this one came onto my radar a bit recently. So when Severance was ending, I got an Apple TV subscription so I could go ahead and watch that. And I've been really enjoying some of the stuff that's there. My personal favorite so far has probably been Shrinking. Very good show. But they also have an adaptation of Silo, starring the GOAT Rebecca Ferguson. I hear it's really good, it looks really good, but you know me, I'm like a book guy. I kind of want to check out the books first. So for a really good deal, I got the whole thing here. I really don't know much about these, so I'll be going in completely blind, which is pretty exciting. I do hear really good things, though. And on the note of sci-fi trilogies, here is The Dark Forest and Death's End, which completes the 3 Body Problem series. I believe it's actually called The Remembrance of Earth's Past, but that's a bit of a mouthful. If you remember, 3 Body Problem was like a real surprise favorite for me. Probably my favorite sci-fi book ever, and I also hear incredible things about the sequels. God damn, they got the Obama blurb on there. Okay, man. So I've been reading more Discworld, which of course means I've been buying more Discworld. I'll have a new video coming in the near future, but I recently finished The Truth and Going Postal. And without giving much of my thoughts away, I'm going to buy every Discworld book. This one is Eric, a very short Discworld novella. It's one of the Wizards books, so I have almost all of those now. Men-at-Arms and Feet of Clay. These are part of the City Watch series, and after reading The Truth and Going Postal, I've been really itching for some more City Watch. They aren't the focus of those 2 books, but they're definitely present in them, so I'm like, oh man, I want to check in with these guys again. I really like them. So yeah, quite excited for more Discworld, and what I like about Discworld is, like, there's really no proper way to read it. Like, yeah, sure, you can go in order, go in the series orders, but the way it's designed, it's so accessible to just jump in anywhere. So like, I could be in any type of mood and there'll be a Discworld waiting for me. It's great. Probably still gonna be Moving Pictures next, although after Going Postal, I really want to read the next Moist book. Okay, Stephen King, We be loving him. We be buying him. I met a guy recently who, and I'm not even kidding, had never heard of Stephen King before. I'm like, bro, we gotta get you on the Buick 8 train, okay? Recently I made the decision that I will be just collecting every Stephen King book. I might as well, I'm almost there. And that includes getting the ones that, I mean, not to judge it before I read it, but I have not heard amazing things about From a Buick 8, and it doesn't really sound particularly interesting. Most people probably don't even know he wrote, like, another book about an evil car. But yes, another one for the collection. In a similar vein, Rose Matter. I know this one in particular, King has actually, like, publicly said this was not a very good book. Again, I don't always know if I trust his opinion on media, but, you know, it's one that people usually rank lower. But a collection is a collection, and hopefully it will surprise me. Filling in a few more of the gaps here, The Outsider. Now, I already owned a copy of The Outsider, but there was a mass market, like, TV tie-in, which I wasn't super fond of. Thanks to Book Outlet, I got a discounted paperback here, which is more the style I prefer, and this is a really solid book that I quite enjoyed. The TV show is good as well. And believe it or not, I did not actually own Under the Dome. Back when I went through it, it was on an audiobook, and yeah, I just never had this one, and of course, this book is absolutely gigantic. I don't know if this publisher was actually equipped to handle such a large book, over 1,000 pages. Definitely a book that I don't really think justifies the length, but I still think it's pretty solid overall. Just, you know, read like it and The Stand first, I guess. Last up for King, we have On Writing. So this one's interesting. This is one of the few non-fiction books he ever wrote. From what I understand, this is a memoir King wrote all about the craft of writing. Not something I would usually go for, but a lot of people say, you know, this book is incredible and one of his best. And I do think it would be really cool to get some insight into how he crafts his stories. I'm a little confused because the copyright page says that this edition was printed in 2020, but the back here mentions You Like It Darker. So I think there's definitely some wacky stuff going on here. This one may have come from the trunk of the Buick 8 or something. I don't know what's going on there. And last, but certainly not least, absolutely one of my most anticipated releases of the year, one that I did not actually expect to be showing off today. And you may have already seen it in the back here. Unwind by Neil Shusterman. Do you guys know what this book is about? I haven't read it, but like, this is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Like, what do you mean as a concession to the abortion civil war, you can choose to have your child unwound when they're 13? This is so silly. There's 4 of these. Yeah, I'm kidding. Here is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I have read every Joe Abercrombie book up until this point. He is easily one of my favorite authors of all time. His last book before this, Wisdom of Crowds, is easily one of the best books I've ever read. And as much as I can't wait for his eventual return to the First Law, I'm very excited to see what he has in store for us with The Devils. This is a brand new series, historical fantasy this time, and I just want to slip this off because this is one heck of a standard release. There's nothing special about this copy. This is one you can just go into any store and buy. But look at this really, really nice design here on the cover. The star of the show here are these illustrations on the inside. These are so amazing. And I've only read like a couple chapters, so I don't really know the significance of a lot of them, but wow! I think this is the first time Tor is publishing Joe Abercrombie, and it was also a kind of weird and confusing release, as it released in May 6th in the UK, but was not supposed to release in North America like the Tor edition until next week. So I don't really know why I walked into the store and saw that they had a ton of copies there. According to the website, they had none in stock because the book had not been released yet. Like, I know books will arrive at the store and they'll put them on the shelves early. I just don't understand why they did this, like, week difference thing between the regions. But whatever, man. It's here. I'm gonna go read it right now. Thank you all for watching. Let me know some of your recent pickups in the comments below. I'm still working on Nocturnal Chapter 4. I know it's a bit late, but there should not be any delay in the release for Chapter 5. And I'll see you next time for a review of this bad boy.